The Skoda Octavia RS has always been a car that has had a cult following. Its Q car nature and practicality have set it aside as a car that enthusiasts aspire to own once they're grown up. But while you're traditionally unlikely to hear a bad word about the Octavia RS, some of our audience is up in arms over the new generation. We've been spending the last few months with this wagon to see what all the fuss is about. To catch you up, we've spent 3 months in the new generation Skoda Octavia RS Wagon as a daily driver that doubles as a sporty weekend steer. It's helped us weather coronavirus lockdowns around Melbourne, performed as a holiday road tripper, and has thoroughly impressed after some spirited drives. However, some have suggested that its near $50,000 price point pushes it beyond affordable territory and into the premium space. Additionally, you now have to spend up on option packages to add bits like the $1,900 sunroof, the $1,100 velvet red metallic paint, and the expensive $6,500 premium pack, which we'll get to once we're inside the cabin. It's a smart looking thing from the outside, striking the right balance between sporty and stylish. Up front you've got these LED headlights straddling the evolved Skoda moustache grille, and one thing I especially love is these 19-inch wheels, which look like they've been pinned from a supercar.
The interior look and feel is far more Audi than Volkswagen, with sporty enhancements such as the Alcantara trim and red stitching around the cabin. These quilted stitch sport seats are super supportive around the waist and shoulders, though they do block the view for rear passengers.
Elsewhere up front you've got a 10-inch infotainment system and a fully digital instrument cluster. Both these screens are eminently customizable, with myriad features and functions to play with.
What we're not such fans of is this all-in-one control system, which places things like climate controls and driving modes within the infotainment. It's not simple, it's not easy to get to, and it's simply more convoluted than it needs to be. On the whole, the infotainment system has been pretty simple to use. It has sometimes displayed oddly or crashed, but this is easily fixed with a simple reboot.
Otherwise, there's good room up front with a number of storage spots for your odds and ends. As part of the $6,500 premium pack, Skoda rolls in items such as a head-up display, adaptive dampers, a 12-speaker sound system, and electrically adjustable front seats, even including massage functionality. Backseat passengers are well catered to with a good amount of leg, head, and foot room, and there's niceties such as heated seats, sunshade blinds, and a separate climate control system. Of course, being a wagon, boot space is a commodious 640 litres, accessed through this hands-free tailgate. As well, Skoda's made it a handy space with luggage hooks, storage nets, and a reversible boot liner.
There's certainly value about the cabin, but how does the Skoda fare on the other side of the coin? Let's go for a drive. Well, fire up the car and one of the first things you'll notice is the accentuated engine noise pumped through the car's speakers, which is admittedly not to my taste. I've actually had a couple of people tell me that it sounds like there's a V8 under the bonnet, such as a fakery of the noise. Luckily, it can be turned off in the car's settings.
On the driving modes, there is genuine duality of character after you start switching through the various settings. In terms of around-town comfort and freeway touring, the Skoda is a lovely car to drive, with adaptive suspension that smooths over broken bitumen and errant potholes while the steering is nice and light.
Switch it up to sports mode and the steering feel becomes more of a firm-feeling go-kart system. No matter the condition, there's plenty of grip for entertaining corner carving, and even if things do get a little hot, the front end is predictable to the point where you rarely feel out of your depth.
Under the bonnet is the same 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine as the previous generation, which is mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Outputs stand at 180 kilowatts and 370 newton meters, which are enough to have fun with on spirited drives, though it would have been nice to see a bump in power over its predecessor.
Our Skoda is equipped with a particularly annoying adaptive cruise control system. It leaves huge gaps to the car in front, often matches the speed of the wrong car in adjacent lanes, and is hesitant to hit the desired speed setting, often sitting a couple k's under.
Above all, there's a marked difference to the Octavia RS's various roles, whether as a daily commuter or a sports wagon. So we've checked out the Octavia RS's pricing and specification, experienced its tech and feature-packed cabin, and have enjoyed many a drive behind the wheel. So where does that leave us after 3 months? Well, I have to say, I have loved getting to know the Skoda over the last couple months. Despite a lift in price over its predecessor, there is still such fantastic value to one of these, even including that $6,500 premium pack. Not only is it well kitted out, but the car can transform to fill a number of roles. Consider that it's roughly the same price as a new Volkswagen Golf GTI. I know which one I'm parking in the garage.